Just had to pull over here, get a shot of this. And this looks amazing, so beautiful. Beautiful fall colors. I love the TJ, but I don't got a tow mode in this LS swap. So I gotta watch the transmission temperatures. I was hitting like 200. So I pulled over. Helps out to drop it out of overdrive, driving third. I think I'm gonna drop it to second so it doesn't want to try to shift and create more heat. All right, so people ask me gauges in my Jeep. So these are the air fuel ratio gauges. Those were put in when I had the 4-liter, and I supercharged it just so I could monitor my air fuel ratio, transmission temperature for obvious reasons. The boost gauge also shows vacuum was installed also when the supercharger was put in. And then down below, I have an oil pressure gauge because the oil pressure in the dash does not read worth crap. It could be at 5 psi or 8 psi, they'll still read half, where this gives me like an actual reading. So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here for a few more minutes, transmission to cool down, and then we will be on our way. Just pulled up to this campsite. This is where Michael and I from the Emporium Outdoors camped winter camping a couple of years ago.
The destination is on your right. All right.
It's got a nice view here. This road is slick. It snowed. Maybe I'll drive up the road a little bit, check some more out. They're everywhere. Some nice camping spots around here, but I don't think I want to camp in the snow. The higher elevations. I'll go back down, camp with the wild turkeys. MJ and I camped just down there last year. There's another good camping spot down here. Cleaned out the fire pit. Got a little bit of wood right there. Got a bunch over there. Just situated the trailer on the side. And I got a whole bunch right there. I'm gonna process up. Cut it up, get a fire going, then if I absolutely need to, there is tons of stuff in the forest. Pretty sure that was our fire pit from a couple years ago. Looks like Mike's got a pork chop there. Yep. Nice. Michael's decided he's gonna sleep in his Jeep. I don't blame him. If I remember, I had my tent set up there. But it's a good thing that I anchored down on this side because that's the way the wind's coming. I should have actually put a couple in the front. I think I'll be all right. Michael had his tent set up more so where this fire pit is. It looks way different with leaves on the ground compared to what it was when I came out here in the wintertime. These fall colors are amazing. I don't know, the weather's looking like could get some rain. If I get some rain, I'll have to go around that road behind me. The hill can get pretty dicey once it gets wet. And it's a pretty sharp incline going off, so might have to loop around where the road's a little bit better to get back on the highway. Just getting things set up, got table set up. This time I brought the bag with all my slings and recovery gear. Cooler is working really well, especially in these temperatures. I can start by gathering up some wood. That should be top priority right now. These are old, but they'll burn. They always burn. This is all just garbage wood. It'll still burn. Shut her down. Had this Ryobi for a couple of years now. I mean, for the most part, it works great. However, like anything that's lithium battery, sucks in the winter. Well, it's a good thing I brought the charger out, because I didn't charge it before I left. 5 amp hour battery. 45 watts drain, got the cooler plugged into 17 hours and 27 minutes, 2,000 watts. This actually has more power than the dual batteries in my trailer. So this is equivalent to 400 amp hours. And I got 2 batteries that are 55 amp hours in there. So this is, this bad boy's the moneymaker. I mean, I hardly even processed any wood yet. Little Ryobi. Good thing I brought another battery. It's only the 4 amp hour. That's not full either. That should last me to the evening. Ryobi for the win. Got my Fisker splitting axe, a little splitting hatchet. Good Cabela's purchase. I got the larger one too, it's 36 inch. This bad boy is what you need. Nicely. Find somewhat of a flat spot. Split this up into nice size kindling. Actually, those are breaking off kind of nice. These work good. These should work really good. Bushcraft fire going here. That's all wet. That's the stuff I collected from the campsite. So, put my dry paper down there. Put this bad boy stuff on top. Right on. I haven't been able to master the old strike, but this little lighter here is way easier to get a fire going. Electronic. There we go. There we go. We're starting to go. Man, it's like going like gasoline. Stuff just burns. Telling you, that's a ticket right there. Electronic, charge it. You're good to go. It's even got a whistle. So when the wild turkeys come around tonight, I don't know. I don't have any experience with wild turkeys. My grandma had wild turkeys, not wild turkeys, but turkeys on the acreage. I'll tell you right now, they were evil. I was probably like 5 years old, and those suckers would chase you down and peck you. So there's like 50 of them here. Actually, they said they released 1,000 in this area. So it could be death by turkey. That would be a first. I can hear them. They're out there. So going about this spot, it's not the most glamorous spot. It's my second time here. There's way nicer spots, but as you guys seen, we're in the snow belt and I did not want to camp in the snow and be miserable. Just come down the elevation a little bit, come down to here, and we're looking good. This is beautiful here. Just burning that trash wood, which is mostly poplar. But I think I'll have enough to probably burn into the evening. Because I'm not one of those people who need to have like a big massive fire. You know, I never understood the people who need to throw all the wood on the fire at once. You need to have this big massive fire and burn it all within an hour, then you have nothing left. I should get my water container out for later. Definitely gonna set up the camera tonight because we'll probably catch some wild turkeys. Get my Princess Auto water jug out. It's actually the same brand name as my jerry cans. That was on sale, Princess Auto, not that long ago. That's the brand name right there, 20 liters. Works perfect, except I can't fit my shower filter in the hole. I guess I could just stick the hose in there. Fire's going good. That poplar sure likes to burn some heat. I should empty the fuel in the Jeep. The O-ring rotted out, so it kind of drips a little bit. These were also purchased from Princess Auto. However, I've not been able to see this filler neck in Princess Auto for a long time. If I ever see one again, I'm going to buy one just as a spare. Plastic, so it's nice. I can just hold it up against the side of the Jeep. Strains down nicely. We're almost out. You can hear the vacuum inside. Come on, there we go. And then tilt her back. The last little bit of juice out. Perfect. Oh, sprayed myself with gas. I've had these jerry cans since my trip to the Yukon, so 8 years. They've held up pretty good. I think I'm gonna relax, have a beer, smoke a cigar, Got the speaker out, got some new podcasts to listen to. Entered my coordinates into my GPS. We have a dinosaur grapefruit. Gonna smoke a torpedo and enjoy the fire and its beautiful landscape wherever you turkeys you may be. Because I flew in here with my drone, you guys went in the woods there, so you guys probably circled around. This is one of these purchases that I bought from Cabela's like a long time ago, and I never cracked it open because the purpose of buying this GPS was to put it in the TJ. But I found another purpose to it because I enter in all my new camping locations in this, and then I could sync it to my phone where I have a backup. Because right now GPS is booting up where it was last at Three Valley Gap. I had another GPS. It was Magellan, and somehow it got corrupted, and I haven't uncorrupted it or tried to uncorrupt it. It just like stays in the loading screen, and I had probably like 30-40 campsites throughout the years because that GPS actually did me really well. But now with this Garmin, like I said, it syncs to my phone. I do find it's really slow to get location. I feel like a peasant burning all that crap wood. It's what the pioneers would have burnt back in the day. Didn't have chainsaws. They just grabbed whatever they could, get a fire going, I would imagine. All right, motherfucking beer time. Big fan of the sour beers. And if you're drinking a Bud Light, you can click the X in the corner of the screen because I'd rather you not watch. Anyways, cheers, everybody. Beautiful fall day. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, it's going to be a good night. I wonder how cold it's going to get here. Before it gets too dark, we're going to look at a couple products here. One is a rocket stove right there, which was sent to me. And this is a bushcraft knife, Beavercraft. It's actually came from the Ukraine. It's a nice knife too. It's got a good feel. Nice wooden handle. This is Beavercraft. What I like about this knife is that it is not perfect. I like something that's a little rough around the edges. Just has a better feel to it. Focus, focus. There we go. Beavercraft. Could you take out a bear, wild turkeys with it? Anything's possible. So this is the rocket stove right here. It's called the Horizon stove. So we're going to use the knife to make some kindling. We're going to get this thing prepped. Throw some sticks in there. I like this knife. It's got a real good feel to it. Real good feel. It's pretty sharp. Just want to do the first burn off this because we want to make sure we get any kind of packaging oils or anything that may be out of there. Here's a good shot of that knife. There we go. Got a little fire going now. I think it's going now inside. Oh, there we go. She's lit inside now. We got a good flame going through there once we finally got her started. I think the key is to light the fire through the top, let it burn down. So you can see how that works. Between the wood, there's a triangle. Helps with the airflow. I do wish the tube that you feed the wood in was at like a 45-degree angle. It would stop the wood from burning out like it is. Perhaps that could have been changed if I would have lit it from the top. Something else I'm gonna have to try later on. But I'm not a big fan of the way the wood burns out. But I think the rocket stove itself definitely works well. I don't think it could get away from it burning out, because you can see right there all the coals come down at the bottom. That looks pretty cool. So I think either way your wood's going to catch on fire and burn outwards. Rock. So apparently it's cool to touch, and it is. So I was going to empty her out so I can let it cool down so I can put it away. Try it again another day. Time to have another talk about bears. Now in the last video I talked how to look for evidence of bears in your campsite or around. I didn't see anything like that here, but that doesn't mean anything. This is where you have to really be aware. It is fall right now. The leaves are changing. Bears are getting ready to hibernate, which means they are trying to get all the calories they can, and they don't care about you. They will eat you to get the nutrition they need. What was that? Jesus. Anyways, as you guys saw earlier, the higher elevations brought snow. What happens when it snows in the higher elevations? It brings the animals down. So bears that are up in the higher elevations come down to the lower elevations where it's still nice. That being said, I want to share you a little story. This weekend, a married couple and their dog was killed by a bear out by Sundre, west of Sundre, by the Banff National Park boundary. They had alerted with satellite messenger saying that there was a bear attack. Because of weather, the helicopter couldn't get up in the sky, and by the time the call came in about 8 p.m. and by the time they got there, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. They found 2 people deceased, their dog, and an aggressive grizzly in the area that they shot. Always be aware of your surroundings. Don't take anything for granted. This, for right now, still a good traveled road. So if I was to get eaten, I'll be found sooner or later. It's time to get something to eat. Doesn't take long. Sun's already starting to set. Days are definitely getting shorter. So we got some pork sirloin kebabs, ancient grains tortillas. Gonna put some pineapple salsa on it, Nandu sauce, and tri-pack specialty salad. Looks like some coleslaw, some macaroni type crap, and looks like some sort of potato thing. Does that not look good or what? Pineapple salsa, oh yeah. Not gonna lie, the pineapple salsa makes it. So I got the Nandu sauce, which is spicy, and the pineapple makes it sweet. Man, it's good. It's been a great day to get out. I'm not gonna lie, every time I plan to go camping, especially since you're going alone, because my weird work schedule and everybody used to go camping with is either moved away or got other jobs, so it's almost impossible to meet up. MJ definitely does not want to camp in this weather. I just find that it's really hard to get motivated to go out, but then once I'm out, I'm fine. It's just getting there, I'm just like thinking, oh, do I really want to go out? I could just like try to find excuses of other things to do. But then I'm glad that I got these beautiful colors, fall colors to look at. One last cigar, my second beer, Waterloo Dark. Let's power up the speaker. Listening to a podcast called Wild Boys about these boys that said they lived in the woods and were isolated from everybody. This was down in Vernon in the early 2000s, so it's actually pretty good. And this is the GoPro 12. I got the content creator version that has this stand. It's got built-in batteries in here, so I can plug it in and the camera can charge. It's got your controls. This rotates. Even came with a light. We'll see how good it is. I'm still playing around with it. All right, motherfucking beer time. Beer number 2. Might be a 3-beer camping trip. I only brought 6 out. Anyways, motherfucking beer time, everybody. Let's try this one out. It's pretty good. My neighbor Jason got me it. It's Waterloo Dark. He got me a whole bunch of beers. He has BMW X5 diesel. And he bought a new battery. And a lot of the newer vehicles, you got to coat the battery. So I coated the battery for him and got a bunch of beers. And yes, that's a cigar in my hoodie and not a black dildo. Anyways, I'm going to go enjoy my fire in my podcast. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wow. Fox comes into my camp. There he is. There he is. Hi, buddy. Now, how often do you have a fox come into your campsite? That was pretty cool. Not a big fan of having my back towards the trees. There's a big old grizzly started coming up. And then the big black bear came. Doo doo doo. Oh, all comfy in the trailer now. Settle down, watch some movies, get a good night's sleep. Gorgeous morning. I'm gonna turn off the trail cam. A little stiff. Oh, a little stiff. I don't know if I got anything, but we'll check the trail cam later. It's always the coldest before dawn, and the sun is finally creeping up. I must say, felt pretty good to get out. I should have came out here more times last year, but it just wasn't in the cards. Next year, perhaps. I need to finish cleaning up and get out of here. Ah, the sound of the V8. Doing one last check around. Always leave the campsite clean. The views out here are absolutely breathtaking with lots of wildlife to see. Glad I got the time and took the effort to come out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care, everybody.